Hey everyone, Soundwave884 here. And what's better than buying new Transformers? Buying new Transformers on clearance. Thank you, Walmart. Alright, with the figure out of the packaging, overall, I like the overall look of this guy. Yes, I said overall twice. I like the greens with the purples against the silvers. I love the orange eye visor face. It looks very drone-like he's not sentient. He's like under control kind of look. Very just evil going on here. So he looks the part, definitely. Does have very long, like gorilla type arms, go way down here almost past his knees. Like I said, I really love the green color, the green paint as applied to this figure. Shimmery and all. Looks pretty cool. Kind of emerald in color. Come down. He is very hollow, especially on the inside of his legs. I would say this right off the bat. I pulled him out of the packaging. I made a comment on my Instagram, which you can follow me at Soundwave_8084_reviews. I was glad I got this guy on clearance. I feel kind of ripped off paying full price. That's just my opinion. He looks cool overall. I do like the look of him, but he just feels cheap. I'll put it that way. He feels very cheap. He's very hollow. He's very fiddly. These things on the back don't stay tabbed in. They just come up and down. So he's got all this kibble going on the legs. So I think it's his legs and the hollowness in his legs, the way he just feels cheap down there, bugged me. But he does have some things that I really do like. Like I said, the overall sculpting of the figure, the head sculpt, the face, the orange eye visor, because it's orange, it stands out from the rest of him being gray, silver, purple, and green. Something totally different in color really stands out. I do like the hands. They are sculpted open, so he's got open hands. And I do like the fact that when you transform him, that you are able to, you have this going on. So that's neat. For a deluxe figure, we don't get this much on deluxes, where you fold the hands out and you have a panel to come around. That's something they say for Voyagers and up. I'd say the legs are what really drowns this figure for me into the negative zone. He's got back kibble backpack, but that tabs in really good and holds very tight, unlike the leg kibble. And the suns on the side, these things here do stay tabbed in very well. It's the things on the back that really bug me. But the more I look at the figure, even though I don't like the hollowness in the legs, he looks cool. And I think he makes a good, evil Decepticon soldier you can army build with this guy, especially if you got him at a clearance price point. He'll look cool on your shelf. Now we'll bring in the Gamer Edition side swipe so we can get some sense of scale of both deluxe figures. This guy is slightly taller, but he does have the higher backpack. And I'll bring in here, knocked his gun out of his arm. We got Jazz. I don't have any other Gamer Editions but the Prime, and I don't know where he's at right now, and he's a Voyager class anyway. So this is the G1 Studio Series Jazz, but this is the G2 version in colors. You can see the scale here. He'll be a little bit taller if I have him posed like this. Boom, boom, boom. So some sense of scaling there. He does come with a weapon. He's got this gun right here. Now he doesn't hold it in his hands. I think he might be able to get this in his hand. I'm not sure. I haven't actually tried that. No, you can't. But what it really meant to do, see, it's got this peg hole here. This arm comes off. Very much like a lot of the Gamer Editions. Prime does that. Sideswipe does that. And you'll just peg that onto that. And he's got his gun this way. And it's not really blast effect compatible. It looks like it should be because it has this little nub. But you can put it on there, but it just falls right off. The nub's too small, and these just fall right off. But he's got that going on there, so he's got a pretty cool arm cannon. Now articulation on this figure, I say he's got this here so he hits big wheels. Keep on turn. No, sorry. So you can't really get a T-pose or anything out of this guy. You can 360s around. You just got to work around his backpack. You get your bicep swivels. You got 90-degree elbow bends. This is a ball joint, so your hands can 360 all the way around. You do get a 360 waist swivel, so these legs are always coming untasked. What really bugs me, splits, you don't really get any of that either because you hit right here. Good kick forward, good kick back. About 90 degrees on the knee bends. You probably get a little bit more, but this joint back here is going to block you. No ankle tilts. He is molded in an A stance here. Head, you can 360 that all the way around. And there's a slight down, no up. So that's your articulation here on the Decepticon Soldier. So that his legs are what really bring this down. In fact, you really lose some articulation here on the shoulders and stuff. But otherwise, he looks cool, but he's just not overall as posable, and he is kind of fiddly and cheap feeling in the legs. All right, so let's transform this figure here, get him into his vehicle mode, fold the feet up like this, and we're going to tap all this together. Just tabs, tops, and these tabs as well. Now we're going to 180 his waist around, and we're going to bring this up here. I'm not going to fold it all the way up because you need to do a little bit more in the transformation. Now we're going to open his arms up, turn his hands like this, fold them in, close that back down. Same on the other side. Fold it in, close it down. So I really like that aspect of this figure, and that they included that for the transformation. We're coming down here to the legs. We're going to take these, we're going to spin this around, and we're going to tab that in here. Just untabs from that. See, his tabs don't hold very well on his legs, so I just untabbed his entire leg system. Turn this around, tab that in, tab it all back in. Sometimes the legs are what really fail this figure. Tab in. There we go. Now we take his arms. You got a tab here. You got slots here in his thighs. We're going to bring this down. It's only like a little slider. We'll slide that down, and you'll tab that in. Slide it down, and we'll tab that in. And in doing so, there are these little slots here and these little tabs. You'll just hook that onto that as well. And in doing so, we have untab the front of the car. I'm telling you, the tabs on the legs, I won't complain about this. They suck. Okay. Come back here, this untabbed on its own, but it tabs in pretty secure, so I'm going to hold it. Untab that from the back, open this up. Makes a scary sound. We're going to bring this up and around, bring it down. You see there's the two tabs here. And on the side of this, you see these two slots here. So we're going to bring this down and around. We're going to bring this up, and this is going to lock in over that. And in doing so, then tab half the freaking car because it's a piece of crap. There we go. Get in there, boy. And doing that, we'll just re-tab everything back in because it all pops out. All right, I think it's all tabbed in now. Well, this, nope, see, this untapped. Stay tapped. There we go. We have transformed him into his vehicle mode. Rolls really good. He's got big ass tires. He should roll pretty good. Of course, they are snap-ons, not pin-in tires. Makes a decent looking vehicle mode. You got some little purple trim or paint here for like the headlights. All that green we saw comes together really nicely here in the vehicle mode to give them some more color. But when you turn them to the side, you get the little purple effects here. But when you turn them to the back, it gets pretty plain Jane. You got a little bit of green, but we do get the Decepticon insignia there. We do have one. I think no, we don't have one there. I thought we had one in the front. It's only here in the back. All right, so pretty cool. You see the little square peg hole there. The gun has that square peg right here, and that's going to be your storage for the gun in car mode. Bring in some things to compare it with. Here we go. This is the Star Raiders Lockdown, which is, I think, Axle Grease. This new color, his new head. I've got him like a month ago, and I've yet to review him. He's the only one I found inside of Walmart, and there's only one sitting on the peg. So that's some scaling here between the Decepticon Soldier and Lockdown. They're both the same price point, same size, deluxe class. You see, he makes a very wide alt mode. He's very slim. So he's got a beefy, big alt mode, and that's where, now he's beefy in robot mode too. He's pretty wide in the shoulders. You don't get the articulation because of the wideness, but it's all there for this big, wide vehicle mode. Next to Voyager class, I think he's Voyager class, Battle Trap from Rise of the Beast. This is a Studio Series. You can see he's about the same size in vehicle mode. Of course, he has more heft to him when you pick him up. He's very light. Moving on there, so you see a little more scale here with the big tow truck from the Studio Series line. So final thoughts here on the Decepticon Soldier Gamer Edition Studio Series. I like the look of him. Robot mode, he looks really cool. I kind of wish they added a little more paint, because you see here in the art, he's got all this more purple trim. He doesn't have a lot of that in robot mode. Some of it's in the tires, though. I guess I can see why they didn't do that, but that's something maybe we can add on ourselves, but we shouldn't have to. It should look like that. But he looks cool. he feels cheaply made in the legs. I hate his legs, the hollowness, the fiddliness of everything. The tabs getting him into car mode for the front of the car. Now this could be a mileage may vary kind of thing. Could just be my copy, but his tabs here don't hold for crap, and I have to keep re-tabbing things in. But this piece here, once you lock this over the back piece, it holds tight right here, and I had to get something to pry these things apart. We just have a little bit of slight purple trim there on the edge of the tires, but it's so faint you don't really even notice it. That's one thing. The purple on the guy is very faint in certain lights. It's almost hard to detect. The green here really does shine through. Again, I'd feel bad paying 25 bucks for this. That's just me. I mean, he's a nice looking figure. I think he makes a good shelf piece. I just feel like the quality on this is severely lacking compared to something like Sideswipe. I was more impressed with, you know. And this guy I was not impressed with at all. But still, he's a good figure for what he is. And he just feels a little bit cheap. I keep reiterating that. But in the legs, he just feels meh. But overall, the overall look of the figure, I do like. I prefer the robot mode over the car mode. Because the robot mode, he just looks evil. I like the head sculpt and the orange face. Well, thanks for watching. Until the next ones. Peace out.